Hello everyone, this is Johnson. Welcome to the first tutorial on Java for beginners. In this tutorial, we're going to write the easiest code in Java, which is to print out statements in the output screen. We're going to write our code in Notepad++, which is always better than Notepad. And the first thing we're going to do is create a folder. Let me call it Java program. I'm going to create a new file and name it as first.java. It's important to put the extension as .java or else it will save it as a text file. Okay, so now I'm going to write class, any class name. Since we are printing out statements, I'm going to write print statement and I'm going to put two braces in it. Now what I've done is I've written class and any class name. Since we are printing out statements, my class name is print statement, and class is basically a unit inside which we write our whole code. There are a few particular codes which has to be written outside the class, but let's not get into that now. Okay, so writing anything inside the class means writing anything inside this curly braces. And the second important thing I'm going to write here is public static void main, and inside okay, so this is void, and inside the simple brackets I'm going to write string args with two angular brackets, and again I'm going to have to put two curly braces. Okay, so what I've written here is public static void main and string args. This is another important piece of code inside which we are going to write our code, and there are things which we can write outside this particular code. This particular code is known as main method. There are something we can write outside the main method, but since this is our first tutorial, we'll just keep it simple. And if we want to print anything in the output screen, the particular code which we use is System.out.println, and two simple brackets and two double quotes. Now whatever we write inside this two double quotes, that particular thing is going to be printed in the output screen. So if I write here hello world, and then I have to put a terminator or semicolon at the end of the statement, so what I'm going to have in my output screen is just hello world. Now notice I've used a semicolon which is called as terminator in programming language, and I have not put a semicolon here or here. Now semicolon is put at the end of a statement. This is the end of a class and this is a main method, but this particular code is called a statement, which is just one line, and at the end of each statement we have to put a semicolon. Okay, so now let's go ahead and execute our program. We're going to execute our program using command prompt. So open up command prompt. We have to go to the Java programs folder, which is in my desktop, and we're in the Java programs folder. And in order to compile a program, which is to check for any errors, type in Java C the name of the file, which is first.java. Press enter, and if your control reaches to the next line without showing any error, this means that my program has compiled successfully. Now if I put a small s instead of a capital S in System.out.println, let me compile again, and it will show me an error. It will also show me the place where I have my error, which is in the 5th line. So you can see that in the 5th line I have an error. Let me correct my error, save the file, and then recompile it. Okay, so now I have no errors. Now in order to execute my file, type in Java and the name of the class, which is print statement. So Java print statement, press enter, and hello world is executed. So this is how you execute any program in Java without using an IDE. Now suppose I want to print another statement. I'm going to use System.out.println again, two double quotes and a terminator in the end. Okay, so if I write in here, this is my first program. Save the file, press CLS, save the file, compile it again, and now execute it. You can see hello world, this is my first program. Both of them are in separate lines, not because we have written separately in here, but because of the ln that is present in here. Now suppose if I want this second line to be right beside my first line, what I'm going to do is remove ln from here. So what happens is that the control prints hello world, and as soon as it reaches the end of the string and it sees that an ln is present in here, it shifts the cursor to the next line, and then it prints this is my first program, and then sees ln, and then again shifts the cursor to the next line. So if I want both the statements to be in the same line, I'm going to remove the ln from here. Let me save this file first and then compile and execute. So this hello world, this is my first program, both are in the same line. Now if I want a tabular space between world and this, I'm going to put a \t, which is one of the escape sequences present. And now what it is going to do is it is going to give me a tabular space between world and this. So compile and execute. You can see there is a tabular space between world and this. Now suppose if I wanted this particular string, my first program, to be in the next line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a \n in here, which is again one of the escape sequences. So if I compile and execute, you can see hello world tabular space because of \t. This is to the next line because of \n, my first program. So there are many more escape sequences than \t and \n, but we're not going to get into that. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. In the next tutorial we're going to learn about data types, which is yet another basics in Java. And thanks for watching.